You name it, I got the trophy right there on the shelf.
Well, as the Yanks say, until you've won with a stock car, you ain't won yet.
That what they say? Who says that?
Oh, Dale Earnhardt, Kyle Petty, Richard Petty, Mark Martin.
All right. Tell you what, want to see what driving's all about, huh? You tell those old good boys that the champ is coming over there to show them his exhaust pipe. See you in the States.
Down in the pit lane right now with Harry Gant. And Harry, let's get your reaction to Dorf as a driver.
I don't want him around me on the track anywhere.
All right. Now, if there was a chance that he could get another ride in NASCAR, would you race against him?
Definitely not. No way will I race against him.
That's a report from Harry Gant in the pits. One of the absolute best NASCAR drivers is Neil Bonnet, and Neil Bonnet has had his share of Dorf today. What do you think of this guy as a driver?
Well, it's questionable if he is a driver. I tell you what, I've raced against every type of driver in the world. This guy can't hardly speak English, and the worst thing he can't do, he can't turn that steering wheel. The quicker he goes home, the better I like it.
As you can see, another member of the Dorf fan club. Kenny Schrader with us in the pit lane right now. And Kenny, this has been a disaster out on that racetrack.
Well, it wouldn't have been so bad, but Dorf run about half of us off the place, and the rest of the time he's using up so much track you can't get anywhere around him.
Kenny Schrader from the pit lane. No matter where the NASCAR cars run, Geoff Bodine is considered a very serious threat. But at the moment, the threat has been Dorf. And Geoff Bodine, what do you think of Dorf's driving today?
Well, no question. Anyone that can't drive a race car. He can't see where he's going. Get him out of there.
Would you ever think about racing against this man in one more time anywhere?
My son could beat him. He can't drive a race car. Get him out of that seat.
Obviously, Geoff Bodine has some very convincing arguments. Down in the pit area, Mike Waltrip, Dorf got to you once again, didn't he?
Yeah, Dorf. Wait till I get my shot at him.
That's it from here. In the pit area right now after the qualifying sessions, and the legendary Richard Petty. Richard, what do you think about this Dorf as a driver?
I tell you what, I don't know where they got him, but they need to take him back. That's for dang sure.
Now, I'm amazed that the man can even keep a car underneath him. You're going to have to baby a car in this race to get clear to the finish line, aren't you?
Well, he's going to have to be pretty lucky just to make the race and get everything going, and we're going to have to be lucky to miss it.
Do you think that's the same thing's going to happen if every world champion came over and tried NASCAR?
I hope they don't try it. I'll tell you that. It's a good time for me to retire.
Good luck to you in the race.
Thank you.
We're down in the pit area once again, and I'm with Rusty Wallace and Bob Bondurant. What about this Dorf guy? You've had to run against him now.
Dorf's something else. You know, he might be a champion across the pond, but when he entered the United States, he lost all his talent. The guy's just in the way. He's really a pain.
Well, I understand he's a graduate of the Bondurant school, though.
Well, he must have been, but when he left the school, I think he forgot everything he learned.
Bob, what happened to this guy?
Well, you have to want to really be a race driver. Now, this guy is Formula One. I've raced Formula One. I've had the school for 20 years. I've taught all kinds of guys, and Dorf is impossible. I mean, you can teach him, but he doesn't use it. He doesn't do anything with it.
Once again, the qualifying sessions are over and the listings are up, and Dorf has turned one of the quickest times. Darrel Waltrip, you have to find that a bit amazing.
Obviously, the guy has money. I mean, he had to buy his way into the field because he doesn't have any ability whatsoever, and I think he ought to go back to Europe myself.
What do you think about European drivers trying to drive a big NASCAR car?
Give me a break. You know, these guys are, well, there's terms for these guys. This is probably a family show, and I wouldn't want to get into that, but he's a...
What about when the flag turns green tomorrow for the race?
Does he know the flags?
I think so.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. I doubt if he'll even know what to do.
That's a report from Darrel Waltrip's pit area. We're here now with Les Richter, the Vice President of Competition for NASCAR. And Les, there must have been some kind of a strange loophole. How did this guy get a license?
I don't know. Dorf is a great Formula One driver, and his record is commendable. But he came over here. It was a total disaster. We're going to review our whole procedure of how we allow drivers to come into Winston Cup racing. That's it. And he's got a long ways to go.
Is there ever a chance you'll let him compete again?
Well, we're going to have to probably have him go back to some short tracks and work his way back in. But he's just a total disaster, and we just can't contend with that no matter how great he was over there with the Europeans.
That's the report from Les Richter. We're here with Bill Brodrick right now from Unocal, and as many of you know, Unocal is deeply involved in motorsports, especially stock car racing. And Bill, you were approached by Dorf and his people, were you not?
Dorf approached us, and we immediately ran him out of the office. Anybody who could become in contact with somebody that's so detrimental to the sport as the Dorf, we had absolutely nothing to do with him. The question came up, he's going to have gas to run in the race, but since we are the official fuel of NASCAR, we have no choice in the matter. So it's something we have to live with. The Dorf will run on our products.
One other thing that I noticed that you do, and do quite well, I might add, is you make those victory circles work. The hat dance, all the things that are going on. But what happens if Dorf wins this thing and ends up in your victory circle?
Frankly, I doubt if we'll find the Dorf if he comes into victory lane. Everybody else will leave, and I'll probably leave too, because I don't want to be associated with him.
All right, that's our report from Bill Brodrick. Right now, we're with Ned Jarret, not only a former champion and racer in NASCAR, but now currently a television commentator. He's seen nearly every one of these kind of races. And Ned, what is your opinion of Dorf?
I've been around the sport of auto racing for more than 30 years, and I have never seen a character like this. I don't know how in the world he got in NASCAR.
Starting to break on through and warm this racetrack up, and the timing could not be better.
We're down here right now at the pit side, and with me is the gentleman who sang the national anthem today, Mr. Hoyt Axton. And Hoyt, you've been a race car fan for a while, haven't you?
I have all my life.
What brought you out this weekend?
Well, actually, I came down today to see Dorf race. I've heard so much about him.
Do you think it's true? Do you think he runs hard or what?
I think he stands up in the seat. It's the only way you can see over the hood.
Okay.
But he's one of the all-time great reactive race car drivers. I mean, I've seen him make millisecond decisions quicker than Clint Eastwood.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Your money is riding on Dorf this weekend?
I have a couple of $100,000 on Dorf and a little more scattered around other places, yeah.
All right. Well, Hoyt Axton seems to feel that Dorf is the one to watch this weekend.
ESPN covering all the action. I hope you've got your VCR program properly at home. I'd like to welcome all of them, and especially their guy crawling the pit lane, my colleague, Jack Arute.
While the attention is focused here at the front of the pack with the names of Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt, etc., the man that may be the sleeper in today's race is the great European racer who's decided to come road racing Winston Cup style. Yes, that's right. Dorf is here to compete, and who knows? He may be a little short on horsepower, but he may go to the front real quick.
Drivers, to your cars. All NASCAR drivers in the Banquet Booth 300, to your cars, please.
Drivers report to your cars now.
42 NASCAR drivers and their crews begin the process of putting them in. For those of you again on the hillsides who can't see it, they're buckling.
Let's go get the Dorf. Let's go get that Dorf guy.
Dennis, give me a big wrench. I can go fix this problem over here.